Before the shoguns, before the samurai, there was a time in Japan's past that feels more like legend than history. Ancient Japan's roots are buried in myth, but archaeologists and historians have uncovered fascinating truths beneath the stories, from the mysterious people to the rise of emperors backed by divine right. Japan's early history is a powerful blend of culture, religion, and survival. Let's journey back thousands of years before Japan was even Japan. The exact origins of the Japanese islands and their earliest inhabitants remain shrouded in mystery. No written records exist from this time, leaving researchers to piece together a narrative from physical evidence. The earliest archaeological record points to the arrival of humans in Japan around 30,000 years ago during the last ice age. These initial settlers are not part of any known culture, and their very existence is debated. However, by 14,000 years ago, we see the emergence of the Jomon culture, the first known inhabitants of Japan whose existence is widely accepted among scholars. The name Jomon itself comes from the distinctive pottery style of this era, often characterized by chord patterns impressed on the clay. This style provides the most tangible evidence of the Jomon people's way of life. Archaeologists believe that the chord patterns found on the pottery might represent an early form of record keeping, or a symbolic representation of their surroundings such as plants, animals, or natural phenomena. Music also played a significant role in Jomon society. Archaeologists have discovered bone flutes dating back 12,000 years, showcasing the importance of music in their daily lives. Unfortunately, since these artifacts predate writing, much of what we know about the Jomon people comes from archaeological findings and educated guesses. It's believed that they lived in small bands, migrating around the islands, relying on hunting and gathering for sustenance. Their diet consisted of wild plants, fish, and small game. Evidence suggests that they used simple stone tools for hunting and gathering and had a deep connection with nature. They lived in pit dwellings, semi-subterranean houses built in pits to provide shelter. In colder months, they crafted clothing from animal skins and plant fibers and may have developed early forms of religious rituals and beliefs centered around nature and fertility. The Jomon period lasted for over 10,000 years, ending abruptly around 400 BCE. It's unclear why they suddenly vanished, although theories include environmental changes, natural disasters, or the arrival of new cultures. But the truth is, the Jomon people left behind a legacy that laid the foundation for future Japanese societies. As the Jomon culture reached its end, a new chapter in Japanese history began. Around 300 BCE, a group of people known as the Reiwa migrated to the Japanese archipelago from the Korean peninsula. This marked a significant shift in Japan's cultural landscape, introducing new technologies and social structures. The Reiwa people originated from the Korean peninsula. This is supported by linguistic similarities between the Reiwa language and early Korean languages. Genetic studies also indicate that there was a significant influx of people from the Korean peninsula to Japan during the Reiwa period. Archaeological evidence confirms that the Reiwa revolutionized life in Japan. They replaced the Jomon's small, scattered settlements with larger, more densely populated villages. This was made possible by their introduction of wet rice agriculture, a more efficient and reliable food source compared to the Jomon's reliance on hunting and gathering. The Reiwa also brought with them advanced technologies such as bronze tools and iron weapons, marking a departure from the Jomon's simpler stone tools. This technological leap facilitated tasks like farming and metalworking, leading to increased productivity and specialization of labor. Social hierarchy also saw a dramatic change during the Reiwa period. Large villages gave rise to social classes with distinct roles and responsibilities. The Reiwa system resembled the Korean social structure of the time, comprising three main classes: the nobles or ruling class, farmers, and artisans. The nobles controlled land and political power, while farmers cultivated rice paddies and artisans produced goods for both local consumption and trade. Trade networks also expanded, connecting Japan to other regions like China and the Korean peninsula. This exchange facilitated the spread of Buddhism and Chinese writing to Japan. One of the most intriguing figures from ancient Japan is Queen Himiko. According to records from China, Himiko is said to have ruled over the kingdom of Yamato, a powerful state located in what is now central Japan. She is described as a shaman queen who possessed supernatural abilities and wielded spiritual power to govern her people. Although historical records are scarce and her legendary status has led to conflicting accounts of her life and accomplishments, several archaeological discoveries in Japan support the existence of a powerful queen during the Heiwa period. In the Kofun period, large burial mounds known as kofun were constructed, indicating a society with clear distinctions between rulers and commoners. Rice cultivation, which originated in China, was introduced to Japan during the Heiwa period, transforming Japanese society from nomadic hunting and gathering to settled agriculture. Rice cultivation required large areas of flat, arable land, which likely led to land ownership and the concentration of wealth in the hands of a few. This economic inequality may have contributed to the emergence of a ruling class. Ironworking, another technology transferred from China, enabled the production of superior weapons and tools. Iron was initially a rare and valuable commodity, so those who possessed the skills to work with it quickly gained recognition and influence. Specialization in ironworking could have led to the formation of guilds or associations that eventually evolved into hereditary occupational groups. As society became more settled and specialized, full-time religious specialists known as priests emerged. Initially, these priests may have been part-time officials who assisted village heads in conducting rituals and maintaining social order. But as the complexity of religious practices grew, priests likely became a distinct social class. The Heiwa period witnessed significant advancements in Japanese society, laying the groundwork for the subsequent Kofun period and eventually leading to the establishment of Japan's first empire. The influences from China and Korea during the Heiwa period had a profound impact on shaping early Japanese society, introducing agricultural techniques, metalworking, social structures, and religious practices that would become integral to Japanese culture. The Kofun period in ancient Japan, spanning from the 3rd to the 6th century CE, was a pivotal era marked by significant political, social, and cultural transformations. It witnessed the emergence of powerful local rulers who gradually consolidated their authority, laying the foundation for Japan's first empire. At the heart of the Kofun period were the kofun themselves, large burial mounds that served as final resting places for important individuals. These tombs, some resembling miniature mountains, were constructed using sophisticated engineering techniques and often contained lavish grave goods. The Kofun period also saw the rise of powerful local rulers who commanded the construction of these imposing tombs. The most renowned among them was Emperor Ojin, whose tomb, known as the Daisen Kofun, is the largest in Japan. As the power of these local rulers grew, so did the size and opulence of their tombs, reflecting a burgeoning elite class. The late Kofun period witnessed the adoption of Chinese characters, initially used primarily for record-keeping and later evolving into a fully developed writing system known as kanji. This development facilitated the transmission of Chinese literature, philosophy, and history to Japan, profoundly influencing Japanese intellectual and cultural life. The introduction of Buddhism from Korea in the 6th century also marked a significant turning point. Buddhist missionaries adapted the religion to local customs, leading to the establishment of Japan's first Buddhist temple in the mid-6th century. This fusion of Buddhism with indigenous Shinto beliefs would have a lasting impact on Japanese spirituality. During the Kofun period, Japan transitioned from a loose confederation of chiefdoms to a more centralized state. Although the emperor held the highest position, real power was often concentrated in the hands of influential clans and families. One of the most prominent of these was the Yamato clan, which traced its lineage back to the mythical Emperor Jimmu. Members of the Yamato clan played crucial roles in politics and administration, wielding considerable power and influence. Despite the absence of a strong centralized authority in earlier periods, the Kofun era saw the beginnings of a more formalized political system. Local chiefs and headmen gradually emerged, playing vital roles in maintaining order and representing their communities. However, this nascent political structure remained decentralized, with power dispersed among various regional leaders. The emergence of an imperial court and aristocracy during the Kofun period contributed to the development of a distinct Japanese identity. As the Yamato clan and other aristocratic families rose to prominence, they established a court culture that emphasized Confucian values, Chinese aesthetics, and Buddhist teachings. This cultural synthesis, while heavily influenced by external sources, gradually took on a unique character that set it apart from its Chinese and Korean counterparts. By the end of the Kofun period, Japan had undergone significant transformations. The country's political landscape was reshaped by the rise of powerful local rulers and the adoption of Chinese bureaucratic practices. The introduction of Buddhism and the flourishing of court culture enriched Japan's intellectual and artistic life. And as the imperial court asserted its authority, the foundations were laid for the establishment of Japan's first empire. The Kofun period in ancient Japan serves as a testament to the country's remarkable capacity for innovation and adaptation, from the inspiring Kofun to the embrace of Buddhism and the development of a unique court culture. This era witnessed profound transformations that laid the foundation for Japan's journey towards becoming an empire. As we explore further into ancient Japanese history, it's essential to recognize the enduring legacy of the Kofun period and the profound impact it had on shaping Japan's cultural and political identity. From the fertile lands of the Reiwa to the majestic tombs of the Kofun period, ancient Japan's journey was one of evolution and resilience. As we delve deeper into this captivating history, remember that every artifact, every inscription, and every work of art tells a story. These stories, though separated by millennia, continue to resonate, reminding us of the rich tapestry that has shaped Japan into what it is today. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. Your support means the world to us. Until next time, stay curious, keep exploring, and let the spirit of discovery guide you.